Hey everyone, this is Pamela, your host, your friend, your coach. Today we're kicking off the October 5-day podcast lead challenge for the UK Europe, and I'm excited. Let's get going. Let me start sharing my screen. Okay. Do you guys see my screen?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Perfect. 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 Let's get going. Okay. So, how did you guys hear about me? First of all, I know you, Mal. I know Gifty. I know Vaida. Let's start with you, Caddy. How did you hear about me?
Yes, through my friend Katana Malinowski.
Yes, 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 yes. Katana is a superstar. Yes. And how about you, Dorinda?
Say it again.
How did you find out about me and the challenge?
I know Mary well, and then I think she sent it to me.
Oh, yes. Mary is my dear friend, alumni, as well as the my publisher. I've done quite a few books with her.
Yeah. And
Uh,
I've also done a podcast with Kim van der Zande. I think she did one with you as well.
yes, yes, yes. Absolutely, absolutely. All right. Let's get going. So this is what we're gonna cover here. Going to show you exactly how to get leads on demand to your own podcast and YouTube channel, even if you have no existing audience, without spamming and no ad spent. And I'm going to be sharing the exact same method that allowed me to get close to now past 100 high-ticket clients in the last 18 months with a YouTube channel of less than 200 subscribers. Are you get excited? Oh, yes. You're dancing already. I like that, Carrie. Okay, so here's what you're going to get. Here's your quantifiable, measurable end result. By the end of the 5-day podcast lead challenge, you will have an actionable blueprint to launch a product. This is key. It's not just launching a podcast, but a profitable podcast. That's a key word. Profitable, to make money with it. And by making money, I don't mean getting peanuts from YouTube or Google. I'm talking high-ticket clients, and that's what I'm going to be sharing with you throughout the week. So once you have that, so you can get leads on demand for your business, your own podcast and YouTube channel again, even if you have no audience and without spamming and all that and all of that. So here's an overview of the challenge, the 5-day, day by day. Day one is going to be meet and greet, getting to know each other, and then my story on podcasting changed my life and my business, and even saved my life in some ways. And we're gonna go brainstorm together to see what do you want to achieve through your podcast. If you don't have one, if you already have one, we're gonna talk about it as well. Tomorrow is gonna be a lot of content, even more fun. Each day is gonna build upon the previous day. Tomorrow is gonna be on the benefits of podcasting for both you personally and your business. I'm gonna be sharing with you exactly how podcasting helped me transform my life and change it and saved it in many ways, both personally and professionally and business wise. And we're going to also look at why podcasting is so powerful for us entrepreneurs and business owners, professionals, authors, and so on and so forth. Day three, we're going to start brainstorming together and launching your podcast in 3 easy steps. We're going to also be talking about in the brainstorming session as to what is your podcast going to be about, what do you want to achieve, what's your main pain point you want to solve, and so on and so forth. And ultimately, we're going to be brainstorming to identify your true zone of genius. And that principle is going to be fundamental for everything I'm going to be sharing with you guys throughout this week, because everything's going to be based on your zone of genius, on your true gifts. And once we've identified that, we're going to be identifying what's going to be your ideal listener, avatar, prospect, and client. And I'm going to be showing you my exact personal proven blueprint to launch your podcast in 3 easy steps, your profitable podcasts, that is. And also, I'm going to be bringing some expert guests, world-class experts in key areas of business throughout the week for you guys. Some to be confirmed this week and some will be confirmed. Day 4, we're going to take the work we've done on day 3, meaning mainly about your zone of genius and brainstorming what is you want to achieve with your podcast. And then we're going to be taking that and building your laser-focused Godfather offer. And then that's going to be based on what is the number one pain point your podcast and your offer is going to address. And here's another powerful, important, very important principle that's going to be a cornerstone of your business and your podcast. That's going to be your quantifiable, measurable end result. That's very powerful as a principle, and I'm going to be sharing that with you. And we're going to use that to basically to craft your irresistible Godfather offer. And I'm going to be inviting in for us on Friday. Oh, sorry, on Wednesday. That's going to be sorry. It's going to be Thursday. Day 4. My personal coach, Jay Lee, aka the Sales Ninja Guru, still to be confirmed. He's a multi 8-figure coach with a beautiful heart, and gonna confirm that with him. So that's gonna be for day 4. And day 5, we're gonna take again everything from the previous day, and I'm gonna be showing to you exactly once we've identified your zone of genius, we've built your offer and all that. Then the next level is, and once we've identified your ideal client, the next level is where is your ideal audience hanging out the most, and then we're gonna simply be inviting those people, reaching out to them, and mapping out your first 5, 10, 20, and beyond episodes for your podcast, and then share with you my blueprint to put it together to get leads on demand to your own podcast. And also another key expert, one of the most sought after expert I've had for my challenge for the last year, and that is Misha Zvegintsov, the growth podcast expert. He's going to show you how to get into a podcast tour, going on to a 50 podcast in the next 100 days. And these are not random podcasts, but the ones where exact ideal audiences hang out. So that's the structure, the overview of the challenge. Any questions so far? All right, cool. Okay. So here's the agenda. First of all, I'm going to be sharing with you, as I said, the structure. Then we're going to do some meet and greet. And then I'm going to start the actual content for today, day 1. So first of all, I'd like to, before I even tell you about me, let's take a minute to introduce each other from left to right. Where are you from? What do you do? And what is it you want to achieve to this challenge and to your podcast? So let's start from left to right with, let's see. Let me see. Norinda,
Yes,
go ahead.
I'm first. Okay. I am an American living in the Netherlands for the last 30 years. I built one of the largest yoga schools in the Netherlands and sold it 3 years ago. I now am an ICF International Certified Coach. And I have taken the tools of yoga and put it into coaching. I teach coaches how to deal with energy work. And I've written a book about it with energy resilience, which if I just simplify it, I've taken the 7 energy centers, which I don't call them chakras, but that's what it is, and then put it into stability, creativity, motivation. And then I help people understand where they're energetically out of balance and give them the tools to get back in balance.
Beautiful. Love that. And from what you just said about the yoga experience, you might want to connect with right here with Mal, and he's gonna tell you why, because he's also an incredible world-class, very sought-after expert in this field. We're gonna get to him in a moment. Next, let me see who's next. Caddy.
We don't see the screen the same way you see your screen, so we don't know who's next.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Katie. I'm also an American living overseas in
Wow.
Sweden and an island called Gotland. And I just love having conversations with people. I love to jump into their spiritual stories, their breakthroughs, their magic, the way that they were weird kids and how that led them to who they are now. I have 2 podcasts actually. That's my spiritual journeys is one, or just journeys in general. My other one is called Clearing the Creative, and that's where I use my intuition and my magic to just help people get through their creative block that they can, and especially with podcasting or vlogging, because those are 2 things I have a lot of experience with, to figure out how they can get past limiting beliefs and do something practical to move forward with that.
Love that. Wow. Powerful, powerful. Very excited to have you with us. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Very welcome. Janine, good to have you here with us, my friend. Welcome.
Hi, sorry I was late. I couldn't
No worries.
get the link. Ah.
No worries. Just starting, so you didn't miss much.
Yeah, I'm here, and I'm only here for about 15 minutes today, but I will be with you certainly for live for the next 4 days.
Awesome.
So I'm a coach, facilitator, and speaker. My focus is on my target market is let's start again. Professional women, mature professional women who have got to a stage of their life where they're going like, is this all there is? I feel like there's more to life. I want more to life. I'm a bit stuck, frustrated, and I don't know how to move forward. And I help them break through their inner barriers to create that fulfilling life their soul desires. And I'm an Australian living on the French Riviera. And what else am I supposed to be saying, Payman?
What would you like to achieve through your podcast?
Oh, yeah, podcast. That's what we're here for, isn't it? Okay, so what I want to do with my podcast is I want to start interviewing successful women who have broken through their own barriers, and to find out about their stories, and that's what I'll create my podcast doing. And also, I want to put it into a book.
Beautiful. Awesome. You're in the right place. Definitely. Glad to have you here with us. Thank you.
Thanks, Payman.
Very welcome. Next, Vaida.
Hello everyone. As I said, sorry about camera today. I live in UK, originally from Lithuania. I helping people to be wiser with personal finances, get rid of the quicker debts, and change mindset to create healthy relationship with money. I treat myself as holistic coach, not only about money but about wellness and abundance. And concentrating a lot into personal growth, so to find true self. So my podcast goal is to encourage people to tell true story, how they felt their true calling of heart. Thank you.
Love that, love that, love that. Gifty, my friend.
Hi.
Hello. The lady with the most beautiful name ever.
Hello, everyone. Hi, I'm Gifty, as Payman said. I'm a healthcare practitioner living in UK. Still working full time, but my interest and my desire is to support healthcare practitioners in UK to develop resilience and emotional skills to take ownership and manage pressure at work better. But I've also recently developed interest in podcasting to support, to shine light on how professionals can be intentional and authentic during adversity, to share their stories to encourage many who may be struggling in their personal and work life. And so I think that's where I am. I've been to payment session, and that has kept me and stirred me up as well. But I'm still also working on my technical skills. So hopefully we learn together. Thank you.
You're welcome. It's always a pleasure having you, Gifty. Love what you're doing, and you're always welcome here, my friend. Thank you. Gifty is also one of the recent alumni from the August UK class. It's always a pleasure having you with us, my friend. Thank you. Love your name, love your wonderful smile. You're beautiful. Love it. Thank you. Last but definitely not least, the one and only Mr. Mal. Go ahead, brother.
Okay, my name is Malvir Ratna. I'm originally from Sri Lanka with a Eastern background and Buddhist philosophy. I came to England to study, and I studied my degrees, masters, and all these educations. After that, I worked in the corporate world, and I got bored, and I started a new concept called studying with Tantra and Taoism and somatic psychology. I've been working for nearly 25 years, and I've been working as a body worker for 30 years. And I pioneered a technique called tantric journey, which is based on Tantra, Taoism, and modern psychology. And the purpose of this work is to help clients to get in touch with their past trauma and transform them into positivity so they can achieve their highest potential in life with whatever they do. I've treated over 3,500 female clients throughout my life. I've trained over hundreds and hundreds of therapists all over the world. I am working from London, in West London, and I'm having training courses every other month in London to make people become certified therapists. I also train in Germany, in Berlin, and also in Spain once a year, a couple of times a year. What I really want to do is I have done a lot of marketing, many different online marketing. I find most of my clients come from 50% of my business come from word of mouth, and the other nearly 49% people coming from my website. And only 1% of people come from all the money that I spend on advertising, with this Facebook, Twitter, everything. So I decided I stopped all the marketing now completely. And I'm just developing just based on my website, because that's where the inquiries come from. What I now thought was to get myself involved in marketing. I used to do workshops every month. Now I'm doing every other month, to give me time every other month, to do some podcast or doing something on my own, webinars, podcasting. So I want to spend time every other month doing marketing and management. Otherwise, I was just busy teaching all the time, or doing sessions. So now the focus is I want to try and learn this podcast business. I got 110,000 subscribers in my YouTube channel, and I got 110 million people watching one of my bodywork videos. So I'm doing some extraordinary work, because nobody on this planet is doing this work that I'm doing. Basically, what I'm doing is helping people to get in touch with their past trauma, because whatever that you do in your life is because of past trauma. And if you can get in touch with this past trauma and transform the negativity to positivity, then you can actually reach your highest potential, everything in your life, from relationship to your career to health and wealth and well-being, everything. So now my focus is really what I want to do is I want to set up schools all over Europe and all over the world, in London, in the UK, and all over the world. I'm also training, all my workshops are training online as well at the same time through Zoom. So I want to really create schools in different parts of the world. I'm looking for basically entrepreneurs who are looking to set up a school, because the students who come here are healers, and they are not really entrepreneurs. They really want to do yoga or meditation or just a little bit of body work, just to earn a little bit of living. That's it. They don't look beyond that to become very successful, to be abundance. I believe in abundance. You see, life is about abundance, being wealthy, being happy, becoming very, very rich. By being a healer, you don't have to be poor. That's a wrong concept. Being a healer, you need to be very rich and live in abundance in everything in life. So now what I want to do is I'm looking for people really through podcasting who want to be a franchisee, who want to set up schools in different parts of the world. Because I've done franchising, I've been a franchisee before, I've been a very successful franchisor in the UK. But now I want to franchise this model that I've created, pioneered, called Tantric Journey. So I thought through podcasting, I might be able to do that. I don't know. I'm still learning.
You're in the right place, my friend. Love what you're doing, and you're truly a world-class expert in the right place. And you will see the tremendous power of podcasting throughout this week. So I'm excited to have you with us. Thank you for being here. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Let's go back to any questions so far about anyone, anything, anybody before I dive into anything?
Heyman, I just wanted to say I will be leaving shortly.
Sure.
So don't worry, I'll be back.
Yes, I'll be back. Absolutely, I'll be back.
I'll be back.
All right. Cool. Now, the question I have for you guys is, what do you guys know about me before I tell you about me?
Not a
I have
thing.
no idea. I have no idea about you. We had a chat, and I understand you have started a podcast. You pioneered something, like myself. and you want to share that knowledge with everybody else in the world, and you want to make money, and that's fine.
That's
That's
right.
fine. It will learn.
All right. Beautiful. Let me share my screen. Do you guys see my screen?
Yeah.
All right, cool. So here's me. I'm a Canadian expat currently visiting Canada in Toronto for my birthday, which was just a few days ago. I'm based in Asia. I've lived in many countries, 14 countries on 4 continents and counting so far, speaking 6 languages. I love exploring the world. The world is my oyster, my background, my playground. I've always been a connector, a collector, and a cheerleader. When someone asks me, hey, what do you do, Payman? My answer is not. I'm a podcaster, a publisher, an author, a public speaker, none of that. My answer is I'm a collector. Oh, what do you collect? I collect success stories, testimonial. What do you mean? Well, my business, all I do is all about making my clients win. Oh, what does that mean? Well, make them shine brighter than they're shining by helping them identify the zone of genius through podcasting and build very impactful and profitable businesses around the zone of genius. That's what I do. So I'm also the host and founder of the Leaders Without podcast, where I've been showcasing for the last 4 years. Over 360, actually 400, but 360 amazing leaders with a heart from around the world, from all walks of life, all kinds of backgrounds and all that. And in the process, I've become a 4-time #1 international bestselling author. And I just did my first TED Talk in August in Vietnam. I'm based halfway between Vietnam and Malaysia. So currently here in Toronto, Canada, visiting family for the next 2 weeks and then back to Asia. So that's a little bit about me. How has podcasting transformed my life? So before podcasting, I used to be, back in 2019, I was living in Hong Kong and Asia, trying to build a business, didn't work out. I was in a very bad spot. I was incredibly painfully shy, very low self-esteem and self-confidence, not even zero, but negative self-esteem and all that. Trying to build a business didn't work out. I literally ran out of money. If it wasn't for a friend of mine that in Hong Kong that allowed me to stay in this place for over a year for free out of being on the streets. No matter what I tried, nothing was working, at least for me. That led me to depression, almost homeless, almost suicidal. A lot of days I didn't want to keep going, and I even considered checking out, but thankfully I didn't. And what saved me was literally the podcast, talking to amazing people where their incredible stories even inspired me and said, listen, if these people have come from even worse things than me, just because I'm having some temporary financial challenges I can't give up. And thankfully I didn't. And the rest is history. So I was in a very bad spot, no direction, jumping from one shiny object to another. But then what really changed my life was a podcast. And I talked about what really changed my life and turned things around in my TED Talk. Just to summarize it with you guys, first thing was realizing the tremendous power of questions and asking the right question before when something bad happened to me. I used to ask disempowering questions such as, why me? What did I do to deserve this? Why? And why like the little baby? Then I realized I need to ask better questions, more empowering questions such as, what is this trying to teach me? That was the first step. And what is the lesson for me to learn to that? The second step for me that literally turned things around was realizing and learning that I needed to reconnect with myself, listening to my inner voice, my gut feeling, my intuition, and all that, because that's your soul talking to you. And our soul has 2 main purposes: to protect you, keep you safe and alive, and guide you to the next phase of your journey. And so this is what changed my life. And to give you a quick example, late July, early August 2020, completely disconnected from business, having lunch with family, an idea popped into my head. Start a podcast. What do you mean start a podcast? So it took me a while. Finally, in October of 2020, 4 years ago, I started my podcast, and that, unbeknownst to me at the time, was the turning point that literally changed my life, transformed and saved my life. And the process, I've been blessed to be back on my feet financially. I'm in the best shape I've ever been. Killed my shyness once and for all, regained my self-esteem and confidence. I found my purpose, my voice. I identified my zone of genius and my gifts, built incredible friendships and connections from around the world. Been living life on my terms, living around the world, working on projects, on things that I absolutely enjoy, such as this podcast academy. But the greatest thing for me was killing my shyness, because once you kill your shyness, you become a person you're meant to be. Then that's when you really are able to have an impact and do good around you. So that's a little bit about me and my story. Now, let's talk about you now. How many of you here currently have a podcast? Raise your hand. Ooh, I like that. So 2, Gifty soon to have, Vaida doesn't have, okay, and Mal doesn't have, okay. So what is the number one reason that has been holding you back from launching your podcast so far? Let's hear it.
I have no time for marketing. I'm completely busy teaching every day. And I got 2 businesses. I got a holiday like Airbnb business in London, plus a tantric journey school. These 2 businesses keep me absolutely busy, and I just don't have any time. But
Okay,
now I have found time to do this work every other month.
awesome, awesome, thank you. Anyone else want to share their reason as to what's been holding them back? Vaida, you there?
Yes, I'm here. My ups and downs moments probably postponing because I started and postponed.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still looking my true message probably to speak from the heart. I know
Mm-hmm.
what I would like to share, as we were talking many times with you as well,
Mm-hmm.
but something holding me back. So
Okay,
just trying to recover and find my path, in short.
thank you for sharing that. We're gonna cover all of that this week. Now, what is the number one objective or goal that you guys want to achieve through your own podcast and YouTube channel? Let's hear that. Kathy.
All right. So for the Epic Kate podcast, the goal of that one is collective healing, growing in compassion and understanding, not being alone. Yeah. For the Clearing the Creative podcast, the goal is for people to connect with their target audience, to put themselves out and be proud of what they're doing. Like they're connecting to their authenticity, their humor, their spark, to make them sparkle.
Beautiful. Love that. Love that. And
What what I try to achieve is to find more students for my classes that I'm doing every other month, and
okay,
also helping my existing certified therapists to start their own business, to help them really to promote them through my podcast channel.
awesome. Thank you. We'll explore that. And Dorinda, you have a podcast already?
Well, I've done a few, but it's not my own personal one, but I'm working on growing that, and um I'm going to call what I do is it's a lot of energetic work, but I call it crisis coaching even, and the fact that I love when someone's in crisis because they can't hide and they can't run away from anything else. So they're really, really forced to face it because numbing it doesn't work anymore. And that's the place where you can transform. So I actually give people and help them have the tools to deal with the crisis. So what I would like is to be able to just to reach more people, to give them the tools and to understand that the crisis is actually the opportunity.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Have any of you guys been able to actually monetize? And by monetizing, I don't mean getting, paid by YouTube or Google because of the number of people that watch your videos and all that, or your channel. Have any of you been able to get to monetize your podcast or YouTube channel currently?
Not I.
Okay. Well, in that case, you're in the right place because what is that going to be showing you guys this week? Awesome. Anyone else wants to share their answer? Gifty.
I have
Who's that?
I have meditations on Spotify that I do
Oh,
get payment from, but not podcast.
good, good, good. Gifty.
Yeah.
Can hear you, my friend.
Sorry, I haven't yet.
Okay.
Building on that, developing it.
Good.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you. In the right place, my friend. Awesome. Next. So here are some of the most common reasons that have been holding people back. I do have an academy, and at the end of each class, I host a graduation party where we just celebrate each other. And at the end, I ask them, what was number one reason that was holding you back? And here are some of the most common reasons people have been sharing with me for the last 4 years. And each time I hear those, it really breaks my heart because these were also what were some of the reasons that were holding me back. Who am I? Who's going to listen to me? My story doesn't matter. I'm a nobody. I'm not a celebrity. I'm not an expert. I don't have multiple PhDs after my name and so on and so forth. But you know what? First of all, how many of you can relate with that, with any of those? Yeah, to some extent. Okay. All right. But then I realized a very powerful lesson that it's not about you. It's not about who you are, how you look like, or where you may be. It's about sharing your gifts, sharing your story, because your voice matters, your story matters, you matter. The fact that you made it this far in life, overcoming all kinds of challenges and crap and all that, guess what? These are beautiful, powerful stories that need to be shared. These are your gifts, because we all go through our fair share of pain, heartbreak, tragedy, abuse, trauma, disease, and all that. But then, sure, it's very painful going through them, but then they become your story. Then your story becomes your gifts. Then your gifts become your duty and responsibility to share them. First of all, to embrace them loud and proud, and even louder and prouder, share them around you and around the world. And this is what we are here for, to identify your zone of the central core point of what we're going to be doing this week is to identify your zone of genius, your true gifts, and then craft your messaging, build your offer, your podcast, and your business, and all that around that. So you can speak from the heart by sharing your story. All right. When I was first starting and getting on calls with people, when I asked them, do you have your own podcast? 99% of them would say no. When I ask them why, the three most common reasons that people have been saying is that number one, they have no idea where to start. They're not a techie. They don't have the time or the money and so on and so forth, as well as they don't know how to get the right people for the podcast and how to monetize it, making money. That's a big one. And last but definitely not least, podcasting is saturated. Couldn't be further from the truth. Yes, it is saturated, but there's always room for originality, authenticity, and you sharing your story from the heart. So these are some of the things we're going to be covering this week, especially the time, not being a techie, and where to start, how to get the right guests for your podcast, and most importantly, how to start making money with it. So the good news is that a profitable podcast can be launched in 3 easy steps in 3 weeks. And I'm going to summarize it with you guys here in 5 days. So the first part is the foundation. This is what we're going to do mostly this week, which is brainstorming to identify your zone of genius. This is the most powerful, the most important part of launching a profitable podcast, is to build it on very solid foundation. Again, it's going to be based around your zone of genius, your true gifts, and then we're going to take your zone of genius, your gift, identify what is the number one pain point you're going to solve and for who, and build your offer, craft your messaging around that. And your podcast is going to be the platform where you're going to be sharing your story, speaking from the heart, displaying expertise in the process so that you can connect to art with exactly the audience, even if you have no audience to start with. So, yeah, that's what you're going to be doing. Does that make sense for you guys?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Why is my microphone playing tricks on me? I get a new microphone. Okay. So here's some brainstorming question that I want you guys to really think about these 2 questions very, very seriously. Give it some real thoughts, because these gonna take us down the right path, gonna get our creative juices flowing. And these are, what is the number one objective for your podcast? What do you want to achieve through your podcast? So what I would like you guys to do, share with us here and one maybe in 30 seconds, and then inside the Facebook group, write a sentence as to what are the top 3 objectives of your podcast and YouTube channel. And then share it with us so that myself and others can see it and also comment, and we can all get inspired and learn from it. So number 1, let's hear it. What is the number 1 objective of your podcast, and what do you want to achieve through your profitable podcast and YouTube channel? 30 seconds.
Okay. Do you want me to talk?
Yes, 30 seconds. Go ahead, my friend.
Okay. I want to get more students for my workshop that I do every other month. And also I want to set up schools all over Europe.
Love that. Love that. Awesome. Awesome. Cool. Dorinda.
Your microphone is on.
Yeah, can hear you.
Sorry, thank you. I
Hi.
said I'd like to give people the tools to use to help themselves through difficult times, but also to keep their energy levels high, and meaning I think there's a difference. I'll say it this way, that there's a difference between happiness and peace, and I would like to show them how to connect to peace, which is for me connecting to the energy, the prana, the chi, whatever you want to call it, but give them the insights on how to do that.
Absolutely. Love that. Love that. Love that. Gifty.
Well, what do I say? Mine is actually to encourage, make myself visible with my message, and also to encourage professionals to embrace, challenges as a form of, as opportunities for personal growth and learning, and being a resource to others. So sharing powerful stories to inspire people, to encourage them is my main focus. And as well as selling my service that I want to share with people, the framework that I've developed in terms of being a beacon or shining light in wherever you've been placed.
Love that. Awesome. Thank you for sharing. Caddy.
All right. I want to, make myself more visible out there. I want to attract clients through the Clearing the Creative podcast, that people can choose to work longer term with me and I can be there. I love what you said, the collector, connector, cheater. Like, oh my gosh, are we the same person? Because I love connecting people to other people that resonate with them. And I want to see people embrace the weird and the wonderful in their magic, and other people to like, I thought I was the only one.
Absolutely relate a lot. You know, one of my favorite saying is, your crap is your gold, literally. Because what some people can say that I'm more PG-13 way, which is your mess is your message, but I like to go all raw. Your crap is your gold, literally. Because whatever challenges you've overcome, guess what? There are other people right now going to that, desperately looking for someone like you and me to help them, to extend our hands. Hey, take my hand. I've been in your shoes. I've made it, and so can you. I'm here for you. This is what people are looking for. They're not looking for a disconnected billionaire. They want someone that they can relate to, they can resonate with, they can identify with, and most importantly, someone that is reachable and accessible. Sorry. So that's what people are looking for, and that's what we are here. And the more we're gonna, again, this is very important. What we're gonna mostly focus on is identifying your true zone of genius, your true gift, so you can speak from the heart by sharing your story. And then we're gonna build everything around that. Your offer, your messaging, your business, and ultimately your podcast, which is gonna be the platform for you to share all of that. All right, thank you. So please make sure to write your answer also in the Facebook group. Are you all in the Facebook group already? Are you there?
I'm not. I don't use any social media, so
I know for you.
I have no idea.
Directly on Messenger. Sorry, on WhatsApp. Yes, no problem.
On WhatsApp, yeah.
Absolutely. And Gifty, also make sure you post your answer inside the Facebook group, my friend. Okay.
Will do.
Awesome. Thank you. All right. Now, so this has been pretty short for today because it was mostly meet and greet and just brief intro of podcasting and how it can really be transformational for you, for your business, and personally. Here's an overview of tomorrow's menu content. So it's going to be straight on content. It's going to be all about the benefits of podcasting, why podcasting is so powerful for business and entrepreneurs. And I'm going to split that into two categories. One is going to be benefits of podcasting, first and foremost, for you as a person, as a man, as a woman, as a human being. That's going to be incredibly powerful. And two, we're going to take that and see how podcasting is so powerful for you as a business. So, and tomorrow I might have a guest expert, so we'll confirm that with you. But yeah, it's going to be fun. Everything is going to be building from the previous day, so make sure you don't miss any day, because it's going to literally be like building a house, step by step, brick by brick, and so on and so forth. So any questions so far? Today's been pretty straightforward, pretty short, pretty sweet. Any question? As my good friend and my coach Jay the pastor would say, speak now, hold your truth for your peace forever. Mal, any question, brother?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to tomorrow and see for this whole week and see what the outcome is. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm eager to set up my podcast channel. I've never done it before. So
Oh yeah. Especially
yeah.
someone like you, you're sitting not on a gold mine, but a diamond mine. You have such a massive presence already online. You have such an incredible amount of testimonials and people that you've helped in your business. For you, it's going to be like a rocket taking off once you put it together. And I'm going to
I'd love to put it out there that I'm also a podcast editor. So if anyone's looking for one,
we definitely, yes. See, that's another thing I love doing.
Oh, my friend.
See, this is another thing I really love is bringing people that are experts in key areas of business. So when you're looking for
Yes, yeah.
a publisher, a copywriter, or whatever, you don't have to waste time looking elsewhere. Building an ecosystem with all the people already here. So love that.
yeah, I'll put my full name in the thing. Oh no, you'll see me in the Facebook group.
In the chat. You put it in the chat or
Yeah.
on Facebook. Okay.
It's a weird name, Biaragvida. I married a Swede.
How do you pronounce that?
Biaragvida. Yeah, that's
It's
pretty
good.
good.
Yeah,
Simple.
Okay.
Yeah,
Good for you. Good for you. Okay. Well done. Well done. Okay. And Dorinda,
Yes.
any question, anything about about today, about tomorrow, about anything?
Yeah, I don't know that I'm going to be able to make all the times, but everything's recorded, correct?
Absolutely.
Okay, that might have to.
You're based in the Netherlands, right?
I'm in the Netherlands now, yeah.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, we have 2 calls each day, one in the morning for me, for the UK at 1 p.m. UK time and 2 p.m. Western Europe. And for those of us in the US tonight, we'll have a full house for those in the US, Canada, Australia, New Zealand at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 Pacific. I know it's a bit late for you guys, but if you're, a night owl, you're welcome to join us.
2 a.m. is not doable.
No, absolutely not. Especially if you have to wake up again the next day,
Yeah, I'm also a mom of 3 small children.
Oh, wow.
Hey, wow. Well
Amazing.
done.
Awesome. All right, guys. Yeah, so put your contacts here so you can. Another thing that I highly encourage is for you guys to reach out to each other because you never know. You can connect, you can get on each other's podcast, and who knows, maybe you can collaborate, joint venture, Crooked Magic together.
I want to have all you guys on my podcast. Absolutely.
Absolutely, advice and similar for me as well.
Me too.
If you guys can make the calls live, that's what I would recommend because again, we're gonna have more people and all that, and also the live interaction is unmatched. This is what's the most important thing about any event. Sure, the calls are recorded, but I recommend you attend it because again, the human interaction. So, anyways, guys, if you have no more questions, let's call it a night or a day. Sorry for you guys. For me, it was early morning. For you guys, it's afternoon. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'll be posting replays and the slides inside the Facebook group, and I'll send them to you, Mal, on WhatsApp.
WhatsApp, yeah.
Yeah, within an hour or so. So yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow, same place, same time. Save the chat and connect with each other, guys. Thank you for being here today with us. See you tomorrow. Take care.
Thank you so much.
Oh,
Nice meeting everyone. Bye-bye.
bye.
Bye.